Hey, what's up, everyone? This is season 2 of Amplify Black Voices. This month is dedicated to International Women's Month. I am here with Genise Thomas. Hey, Genise.
Hey, Jenn.
What's going on?
Child, too much is going on. I'm literally sitting in the chair with you today, so I don't look like this. I'm super excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. So we know that this month is all about women empowerment, and I know that everyone sees you everywhere, but go ahead and let them know, who are you?
Whew, that's a loaded question. So, hey y'all, I'm Genise Thomas. I am a talent, brand, and content manager. I own Inpowered Management Company. It is a full service management company where we do all things content creation. I own my own water, Inpowered Culture Water. I'm super excited about this product. And so I'm just, wear many hats. I'm super excited to be working with you, for sure. Yep, so that's a little bit about me.
Okay, so it sounds like you do so much stuff, and I know personally that you do a lot of things. How do you balance it all?
Whew, definitely. Well, first of all, I have to say I have an amazing team. I have an amazing family who literally helps me do what I do. I certainly cannot do it all without them. And so, definitely structure. Definitely, I'm intentional about what projects that I take on. And for sure is, just learning that work-life balance is super important. So, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I know you personally to be a woman of faith. How does your faith play into your entrepreneurship journey?
Wow, it's the foundation, right? So I would not be who I am. I would not be able to even do what I do if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my faith in God. He definitely gives me strength, wisdom, courage, and all the resources to be able to do what I do. Definitely, it's a huge component into my day-to-day, into my journey. So faith in God comes first.
That's awesome. Awesome. Tell me about that time where it was just a monumental moment in your entrepreneurship journey. Like that moment that you knew, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's finally paid off.
Wow. So I have 2 moments, but honestly, I have to say 2020. I have been in the entrepreneurship world for quite some time. I've made great success prior to 2020, but I think in 2020 is really my defining moment when, I allowed myself to just open up and just be free in what I do without apology. And really like taking my brand, taking my goals, my visions, everything that God has for me, my purpose, and really just stepping out there and said, Genise, it's your time. You have to do it. And I remember my first lady, having a discussion with her sometime in 2020, and I remember the words, I hear it as we're sitting here, Genise, it's your time.
Wow.
And so, although it was scary, because what does that mean? That means, I have to be doing stuff like this. Getting in front of people. And I'm very, very shy. Fun fact, very, very shy. But I do know that, God will give me, like I said, the courage, the ability, and just, the strength to actually just jump out there and just be who He has called me to be. And the purpose of me is to serve others. And to show up unapologetically, and it's just to do what I do.
That's awesome. We're living in a time where entrepreneurship and women are just colliding. So if you had just a few seconds to talk to a young woman who is considering being a boss and doing the things that she dreams of, what advice would you give her?
Well, first of all, as women, I think there is this constant battle of comparison, this constant battle of, am I good enough? This constant battle of, can I trust you?
Yeah.
And I feel that, once we first have to really learn and identify who we are. We are as dope as the next person.
Yeah.
And so I think when we really, really find out who we are and what God has called us to be and really find our purpose, navigating that whole collaboration piece and just being able to just one, be there for another sister, another woman, with that confidence in knowing I bring something to the table, you bring something to the table, and together we're going to bring this nice, piece of whatever to the table. Like we will, become very strong. We will show that unity, and it's enough out here for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely everyone. All right, so we know that this is International Women's Month.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 5 women from history who inspired you.
Well, let's see. I cannot have this conversation or even answer this question without mentioning my grandmother.
Wow.
My grandmother is like my backbone. She is like my everything. She's been my everything, and she will continue to be my everything. So definitely how she raised 11 children, 7 of her own, 4 of me and my siblings, growing up in a one-parent home. Her working 2 jobs, her having to work at night, her just, having to do different things just to make sure her family had food on the table, had a roof over our heads, and really like not allowing us to miss a beat. Like now I see that things where she had to do, and she didn't know how she was going to make ends meet. But at the time, I didn't know anything. I just know I had designer clothes.
Yeah.
I was able to participate in activities.
Wow.
So there was no loss. It wasn't that gap. Although, yes, I do remember struggle, but she made sure that we definitely, had everything that we need.
She made it happen.
She made it happen, yes. So my grandmother for sure. Of course, we have to talk about Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And how she is showing up and showing out.
Absolutely.
For sure. I am also going to say third, I want to talk about Oprah. And a lot of people, I love Oprah, but Oprah definitely her story and what she had to endure definitely, gives me strength, gives me so much, like focus on, okay, anything is possible. So I'm going to definitely say her. And I'm going to mention this other young woman. She's probably my age, so it's not like history. But I have to say, Pinky Cole. She is the owner of the food restaurant Slay Vegan. It's a vegan restaurant. And just not necessarily her restaurant, right? It's how she's been able to show up as an entrepreneur, as a woman, creating these different opportunities. First of all, she is building employment. Yeah. She's allowing, she's employing people, right? She is stepping into, the whole development of buildings and just planting different restaurants. And her grind is just so amazing. It's insane. So definitely from an influential standpoint, I have to say Pinky Cole. And, I listen, I'm going to say Beyonce, definitely.
We love
Listen, let me tell you something. Her work ethic is impeccable. Outside of the music part, I'm not really focused on the music. I'm talking about how she showed up as a woman. Yeah. And definitely some of the things that she had to endure just as a young person and her growth and how she commanded her space in being a boss, right? So, and she is definitely a hard worker. If you're not a believer, go back and watch her Coachella, documentary, because she takes you through a journey. How she had her kids, what she struggled with in terms of her pregnancy, and how she had to jump back in there. And so definitely, I like to hone in on those things as opposed to, the whole entertainment piece. Yes, we love the entertainment, but definitely as a woman for sure. So here's another person that I'm going to mention. Her name is Cassie Casopia. She is, I've encountered her during the pandemic, and we just connected on social media, and I've actually attended some of her coaching sessions. And I have to say, the impact that she gave during those coaching sessions really helped me become who I am today in that little bit of time. She's a super, super dope individual. She's a principal for KIPP schools, and she also do some other community work where she lives at in LA. So definitely check her out. And I know you said 5, but I cannot have this conversation without talking about my first lady. She is the bomb, Lady Hope McMillan. She is the epitome of just poise, beautiful,
gorgeous,
and she is just someone definitely from a spiritual standpoint, and even from a natural. Like, she is definitely someone that I look up to, I admire, and I appreciate everything that she has instilled in me. So yes, those are my top top 6.
Well, this has been amazing, getting to know you, highlighting women who are making a difference in business, in the community, in culture.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you.
And it's time. This has been a moment with Amplified Voices Season 2.
Yes.
I am your girl, Jenn. I've been here with Genise Thomas, the boss, the founder of Inpowered Culture. Thank you so much for watching us, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Till we was down, now we up. It was God, it ain't us. Call it faith, it ain't luck. Till we was down, now we up. Till we was down, now we up. It was God, it ain't us. Call it faith, it ain't luck. Till we was down, now we up. Till we was down, now we up. Wasn't at the bottom. I know there are others who got many way more problems. Dealt a deck of cards of life and you don't know the outcome.